What's up, gamers? This video I'll be talking about bullet journaling. So I've been bullet journaling about more than 400 days. To be more exact, I started in 2020 August, and now we're December 2021. So more than over a year, basically over 400 days. And yeah, I'll be doing a review if you should do it, what are the benefits that I saw, some of the benefits that I saw, and how do I do it too. So first of all, I would like to say what I have in my bullet journal. So for example, before every month, I have a monthly goals. So in these goals, there are some like whatever I want to do in that month, whatever I want to achieve in that month, and some numbers too. For example, I want to write 15 poems, I want to work out 8 times, I want to write 3 paragraphs or works, some stuff like that, and also some like maybe little projects, or at work I have some project that I need to finish that, or maybe something from my side hustle that I want to do, stuff like that. So in monthly goals, basically it starts with that, and in that one I have a page to go and look, okay, I want to achieve this month, how am I doing that? Or like if I'm free that day, I can just go to that page and look like, okay, we are behind on writing, I mean, why not? Let's try to write something. So that page is really useful, and it also kind of pushes you to do stuff too, because without that page I was most of the time like kind of empty. Okay, I have some goals set, but what am I working towards? What are like, is there something to work towards? So that page is really important. I would suggest everyone to have like a monthly goal, and yeah, it's a really useful page. The other page I have after the monthly goal is the monthly expenses. This is something I suggest everyone should do. In here, basically, I log all of my spendings. Every time I pay something or I send somewhere money, that goes in here. This allows me to categorize my spendings and reduce some of the spendings and see like, holy shit, this month I wasted like, I don't know, 100 euros in going out. I'm like, what the fuck? No, you don't need that. That's not good. So this page is 100% will help you improve your expenses, will help you improve your investings, and everyone should do it. I know there are some apps that automatically follow this. I used some of them, but I just think like writing them down, putting all the expenses has a more materialistic way, helps you reduce them more. So this page, 100% everyone should have this page if you want to get your finances straight. And it's also nice to look afterwards and you're like, okay, this month I spent this much in this. For example, for me, I moved to another city and not much of my lifestyle changed, but somehow I waste a little bit more money, and I think it's about the city expenses actually. But yeah, it's 100% recommended. This helped me a lot to reduce my spendings, to monitor my spendings, and to invest more. So after the monthly expenses, I have a monthly summary. So in this page, actually, all the days with numbers are like logged, and this page allows me to give a meaning to that day. I don't want to say meaning actually, but like one of the core things that you did that day. For example, in this case, I wrote write. Now I know that in November 11th, I wrote something for my YouTube video or like just for fun. Maybe this only took 1 hour of my day, but I still wrote that because that day apparently that was the most important thing. The most useful thing about this page, I think, is I also write my workouts and the days that I work Dutch. So it's basically allows you to keep log of your habits if you want to build any habits, and it allows you to like really strongly connect with them too. So for example, I use this for basically working out Dutch. I used it at some point for meditating. For every day I put a specific mark if I worked out or like whatever, and then this allowed me to see that month how many times I did it, overall how is it going. And it also feels like if you have a lot of like, if you're in the habit, it's harder to break when you see like, oh my god, it's going pretty well, so I should not break it. You're like, I don't want to break it, I don't want to break it. Signal movement. So you're more connected to your habits too. This page, if you want to start bullet journaling, this page is a must too. I mean, maybe not this page, but 100% a page that you can monitor basically your habits, so that you feel more connected to your habits and you continue with them. So after the monthly summary, I have the daily logs. These daily logs, basically, I put whatever I want to do, whatever I want to achieve, maybe whatever I did. Sometimes, you know, it's just night, you're like, oh shit, yeah, I missed that daily logs. So this daily logs mainly, I don't really think it's that useful, but it's kind of also, it's useful in a sense that, okay, so for example, I know I have like a deadline in 10th. So before 10th, I write like in 5th, for example, okay, don't forget you have this and 10th, okay? So that I start doing it. Whenever I look at my daily log, okay, I'm gonna do something, what should I do? I like remember, oh shit, we have that. I should start doing that. So it's kind of a more pushy way of it. And yeah, in that perspective, like planning the near future, like in 1 week or something like that, these daily logs, I find it useful. To be honest, the 3 monthly pages that I mainly use are the really core that I found value. But these are like also nice to see, and also it's a good like to-do list, the satisfaction of crossing. I feel like I do more stuff. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. Maybe it's just, I don't know. The daily logs, not bad. Meh. After the daily logs, at the end of the month, I have a monthly analysis page. In this page, basically, I analyze the month. So did I met my monthly goals? I don't think there's a case that I did everything there. But yeah, if I met my monthly goals, how are my monthly expenses? How can I reduce it? How can I increase this? What is my expected next month's expenses? What is my next month's goals? Maybe I didn't work out as much as I wanted to, so I'm gonna be like, bad boy, do that. Or if you did something, some of your goals in the monthly goals, you can like, good job. Yeah, and that's the way I basically bullet journal. And at the end of the book, at the back of the book, there are some pages that are basically just random inputs. So if I'm working on a project, maybe I feel the urge to write something down, maybe like the architecture, maybe something, then I use those pages. So at the end of the pages are like random inputs. Maybe I want to strategize my investings. Maybe I want to move some of my money to elsewhere. It's just the moment random inputs. So those pages are really useful too. If you want to start doing a bullet journal, definitely dedicate some pages for random input. So that's why I chose at the end of the book, so that it's not really separated by the months. Maybe in a month I don't have like a random input, so that I don't need to put it there, you know. So I don't have like empty pages of like random inputs for August month. And it's not really time sensitive too, since I don't usually check them back unless I have like a project for it or like I need to do something about it. But yeah, this is how I bullet journal. To be honest, I don't know how useful it is. In my opinion, bullet journaling helped me. I will continue doing it 100%. It's just nice to have your goals and to see achieving them, because without bullet journaling, I was feeling like I was a little bit drifting off. What did I do today anyways? But with bullet journaling, I was like, okay, I didn't do shit today. I can just write, didn't do shit. And I have some of them actually in my like monthly summary parts. I just literally write empty. And it's like, yeah, empty. Didn't really do something considerable today. But yeah, overall, following these like monthly and daily things, it feels like I am more on top of the things that I want to achieve, and I work more towards it. You know, like I have like small goals. It's like a mini game. And for the expenses part, I highly suggest everyone does that. Okay, maybe you are more comfortable with an app, but I just suggest analyze it, be clean about it. When you're writing it, I actually feel the damage. As you're writing it, like, why did I do this? So that part is really useful. So in the end of 400 days of doing this, I would suggest people it. Just try it out. I think it has value to it. And don't be so strict about it. I was like watching some books. Who gives a shit? This is mine. Nobody else reads it. And if somebody reads it, they're gonna be like, what the fuck? They won't understand shit. I do whatever I want. Sometimes in the monthly goals, I add stuff afterwards. Maybe I recently learned that there's some big deadline that I want to achieve, so I just add it there. Mine is not pretty. Sometimes there are like random doodles around. Sometimes I wanted to achieve something, or I wanted to meet with someone that day, but it doesn't happen. So then you're like, yeah, basically scribble, the other video. But yeah, 400 days of doing this, it's a good habit. It allows you to monitor your habit. In these 400 days, I've been working out regarding my monthly goals. I tried meditating with it. Like I think I meditated for like 3-4 months with the help of this. Then I'm like, okay, this is not really something good. I mean, this is not really so useful for me, so I'll just leave it there aside. So it's like a really good tool to help you build habits, I feel like. I feel in that sense, it is really valuable. So in summary, after 400 days of bullet journaling, I think the main things that it added to me is basically following the habits, the expenses, following the expenses. That's really nice. And also just like setting monthly goals allows you to, I don't know, feel like you are actually improving, feel like you are actually progressing. Because if you just let it slide, I wasn't feeling really like I was improving. Maybe I was improving. I mean, maybe nothing changed, nothing would have changed, but this just makes me feel kind of better, you know. Yeah, try it out, boomer. If you want to copy my structure, copy my structure. To be honest, my structure is kind of copied from elsewhere too. I think I added some of the stuff, I removed some of the stuff, but yeah, I think it's good, it's valuable. Just try it, stick it for like 1-2 months, and you don't need to be so restricted about it. There are some days that I forgot to write the daily logs, and I as I said, daily logs are kind of meh. So I like sometimes like, yeah, I don't remember this day, rip. I think I did work out, so let's just write that I worked out. Other than that, in general, I think it has value about following your habits and kind of having goals, you know, kind of seeing the improvement, the stock going up, because it only goes up. Okay, yeah, so thank you guys. If you find it valuable, like it, subscribe, share, and see you on the next one.